everyone, Maya Cakes here. Welcome back to our channel. Today we are heading to one of my all-time favorite places to visit, Charleston, South Carolina. And this time we're bringing the baby with us for her very first trip. So come along with us as we explore the best places to eat, stay, and sightsee in Charleston. Let's go. Touchdown Charleston, South Carolina. We arrived at the Charleston International Airport, which is only 12 miles north of downtown Charleston. With some coffee in hand, we are off to get our ride for the week. This gorgeous Chrysler minivan, which perfectly fit all of our luggage. We were quite hungry for lunch, so we drove to downtown Charleston and made our first stop at Park and Grove. This was our first time here, and we were excited to try out this neighborhood gem, recommended by my brother, a Charleston local. The restaurant has big and inviting indoor and outdoor areas. The decor is chic and relaxed and makes the space a cozy and trendy retreat tucked away from the busy streets. Park and Grove's seasonal menu highlights fresh local ingredients and offers new American fare. We started with a sparkling blackberry lemonade and Edmund's Oast beer. For food, Johnny went with a smash burger, a double patty burger on a brioche bun, while I got the crab cake sandwich elevated by a remoulade sauce. The food was delicious, and this was a great first stop. Next, we checked into our Stay Duvet. Stay Duvet is Charleston's premier vacation rental company with over 200 homes to choose from. We chose to stay in the trendy Cannonboro neighborhood, only a 5-minute walk from the iconic King Street. The 2-bedroom apartment was bright, well decorated, and felt comfortable and homey. My in-laws graciously traveled with us, and we wanted a place big enough for everyone. We loved that we had a living space and a kitchen so that we could hang out there while the baby went for naps in the bedroom. There were 2 bathrooms, and they also offered bath amenities. For $400 a night, which was around the same rate as a 1 king bedroom in the nearby Hyatt, we felt like we got a ton of value with this space, and we were super happy that we booked there. After settling in, we jumped back in the car and crossed over the Ravenel Bridge, which connects downtown Charleston to Mount Pleasant. For dinner, we decided to eat at Tavern and Table, located right along the picturesque Shem Creek. The restaurant is a Charleston staple and one I've been to before. It has indoor and outdoor dining with serene water views. The menu highlights low country cuisine and offers everything from seafood to southern classics. Johnny and I went with the roasted chicken, which came with mashed potatoes and green beans. My father-in-law got the grilled swordfish with red pepper and chickpea stew. And for dessert, we all shared the skillet cookie with a scoop of vanilla ice cream. It was good to the last bite. To end our busy day, we walked over to the boardwalk running along Shem Creek. Shem Creek is a must-see in Charleston, and the waterfront area has several other restaurants and bars to choose from. As you stroll along, you can enjoy the beautiful nature, and you might see some boats and even pelicans pass by. This is definitely one of the best places to see a beautiful sunset and to experience the charm of Charleston. The next morning, we were up with the sun, and our first stop was for coffee and food from Baba's on Cannon Street. People were already sitting outside at 7 a.m. in the morning, and we wanted to check it out. This neighborhood cafe was inspired by the cafes and bars of Europe. In the morning, the cafe offers coffee and pastries, lunch midday, and by nighttime serves cocktails and wine. I ordered an iced oat milk latte and avocado toast on sourdough bread. I was so glad we stopped here. FYI, a line starts forming by 8 a.m., so come here early. Next, we walked over to the iconic King Street. King Street is the center of Charleston's shopping scene. It stretches all the way from Upper King down to the historic district, which we'll explore later in the day. It's lined with trendy and high-end boutiques and has some of the best restaurants in the country. Although we were walking before shops open, it was a delight to see the city as it was waking up. King Street is a must experience on any Charleston trip. For a late lunch, we headed on over to Rodney Scott's Barbecue, located further north on King Street. We were super excited to try this place, which you might have seen on Netflix series Chef's Table. Rodney Scott's is the go-to for authentic Southern barbecue. It's famous for its whole hog roasting method, a dying art in the barbecue industry. The restaurant was fairly quiet because we went there in an off hour, but we were told a line would soon start forming. For our meal, we went with Rodney's whole hog pork plate, which came with cornbread and 2 sides of our choice. I went with the potato salad and the black beans. I also added some of Rodney's sauce to my pork. For only $14.99, the portions were quite large and we left with full and happy bellies. We definitely recommend coming here on a trip to Charleston. After lunch, we made our way further south to the French Quarter of downtown Charleston to enjoy the scenic and serene waterfront park. From here, you can see some of the best views of the harbor and watch the sailboats as they cruise in the distance. Although we didn't have time, if you walk further down, you'll get to the Battery Promenade, where you can stroll and see historic mansions lining the harbor. Within the waterfront park is the Pineapple Fountain, an iconic symbol of hospitality in Charleston. This beautiful fountain is not only wonderful to look at, but wading is allowed so kids could splash in these waters. From Waterfront Park, we made our way over to our last stop of the day, Rainbow Row. A trip to Charleston, South Carolina isn't complete until you've stopped here. The name Rainbow Row comes from the 13 colorful historic houses painted in pastel colors. It's the perfect backdrop for photographers and also encapsulates the charm and the history of South Carolina. We were up early again the next morning and this time decided to walk around the campus of the College of Charleston, which is right in the heart of downtown. This public university was founded in 1770 and is the oldest university in South Carolina. The campus includes a variety of contemporary and historic buildings, with the average building being over 100 years old. According to the 2017 issue of Travel and Leisure magazine, it is, quote, America's most beautiful campus. It truly is so gorgeous to walk around and explore. In need of a caffeine fix, we popped into Kudo Coffee and Craft Beer, which is right along the college campus. This got excellent reviews on Google, so we're excited to check it out. Kudo offers locally roasted coffee, over 14 beers on tap, and a variety of pastries and sandwiches from local bakeries. I ordered an iced oat milk latte, which was just what I needed. I would highly recommend this spot for some great coffee and a relaxing atmosphere. There's even a courtyard to enjoy outside. On the walk back to the Stay Duvet, I stumbled along Sugar Bake Shop on Cannon Street. This adorable bake shop had beautiful, freshly baked desserts in display cases, and because they smelled so good, I had to try a couple of their cookies, which I enjoyed in their outdoor courtyard. The cookie was perfectly chewy and just the right amount of sweet. It was so delicious. If I had found this place sooner in the trip, I definitely would have come here more than once. I was so happy to find this Charleston gem. A couple of hours later, we left downtown Charleston and drove to James Island, which was only a 15-minute ride. The drives in Charleston are nothing short of scenic, and we enjoyed looking at the beautiful houses along the way. James Island is known for its beautiful marshes, and for lunch with a view, we stopped at Ellis Creek Fish Camp. It offers casual, camp-like setting with plenty of shade and fans to keep you cool. We decided to sit outside and to enjoy the view of Ellis Marsh. The menu offers seafood with a southern flair, everything from shrimp po' boys to catfish bites. We ordered at the window and enjoyed the outdoors while we waited for our meal. I got the fish tacos with mango pico and shrimp tacos with a yum yum sauce. They were absolutely delicious. For his meal, Johnny ordered the grilled chicken sandwich along with a side of hush puppies. The food was so delicious, we'll be dreaming about this place for a while. Next, we stopped at James Island County Park. The park offers a variety of family-friendly activities for an admission rate of only $2 per person. We were really excited to check out the Splash Zone water park, and our baby loved watching all of the fountains. It's a wonderful place to cool off with your little one. That night for dinner, we made our way back over the Ravenel Bridge to Mount Pleasant to celebrate my brother and his soon-to-be wife's rehearsal dinner. The spot they chose was Post House, a coastal tavern and 7-room inn. Post House is located in the charming old village and feels like a quaint retreat from busy downtown Charleston. Post House has a lively restaurant downstairs and its menu features seasonal ingredients. We went upstairs to the Rose Room, a private space adorned by chandeliers and rose-colored accents. The room was beautifully decorated and made for the most stunning rehearsal dinner. The menu my brother and his wife chose was served family style and was full of flavor. Post House is a must-visit on any Charleston trip. Their wedding was the next day at Cannon Green in downtown Charleston, and we had the absolute best time celebrating. Cheers to the bride and groom. It was our last morning, and we had to make one final, necessary stop at Vicious Biscuit in Mount Pleasant. As we stepped inside, we instantly smelled the delicious biscuits wafting through the air and felt welcome in the bright and casual space. It felt like an elevated southern fast food restaurant. Their menu offers an extensive list of biscuit sandwiches and breakfast plates. It was hard to choose. To make things even more over the top, they offer all the spreads you could think of, from maple bourbon butter to ghost pepper. We ordered the Munchkin platter, which had scrambled eggs, bacon, potatoes, and of course, a buttermilk biscuit. We also ordered a fried chicken sandwich on a biscuit and added the blueberry, ghost pepper, and apple butter spreads on the side. The biscuit was perfectly buttery and flaky, and the chicken was crispy on the outside and juicy on the inside. This was a great last meal, and we'll definitely be back to this local gem on our next trip to Charleston. So there you have it, 3 days in Charleston, South Carolina with a baby. We had the absolute best time, and I hope you had fun exploring with us too. The best part about Charleston is that there's so many different things that you can do. Although we didn't have time this time, in the past we've taken beach trips on James and Sullivan's Island, we've enjoyed boat trips out on the water, and we've also visited Magnolia Plantation to learn more about the history of Charleston. The list of things you can do goes on. We hope you enjoyed watching this video, and we'll see you again soon on Mr. and Mrs. Cakes. See you later!